Well, hello class and hello professor. My name is Omar Pérez Arias. In this video will house my presentation on the HR's role in Honeywell Aerospace Mexico. So here we go. We begin with a quick overview of the company. Basically, Honeywell is a diversified manufacturing and technology company that operates through 4 business segments: aerospace, building technology, performance materials and technologies, and safety and productivity solutions. But for the purpose of my papers and for this presentation, we're going to focus only on the Honeywell Aerospace segment, which manufactures aircraft engines and avionics parts, such as turbines, APUs, computers, sensors, wings, etc. So on paper 1, we basically went over the culture and values of the company of Honeywell. Their values are collaboration, agility, boldness, excellence, and stewardship. And their cultural statement is that we believe changing the world begins with fostering a culture of inclusion, diversity, performance, and innovation. Our people are committed to each other and to the realization of our vision through their unique job functions, and that Honeywell embraces the challenges of innovation so that we define the future. But now, diving into the HR's role in Honeywell, basically this department goes over hiring employees, keeping a safe environment, managing employer and employee relations, and going over compensation and benefits, and training and development. And this department of HR is a main player towards ensuring performance in organization overall. Basically, they ensure that every manager's demand is fulfilled, such as approving any equipment, courses, sick and vacation days, and so on. Basically, they are a bridge of communication between management and leadership. So in paper 2, we went over the selection and recruitment processes of Honeywell. Basically, Honeywell announces their new positions through Promeritum, which is a web page exclusively for interns, LinkedIn, and they also use their own web page, which is careers.honeywell.com. Some of the tactics that HR does to optimize the quality of candidates are developing attractive job descriptions, being clear in the requirements for any new position, using an algorithm that filters out unwanted or underqualified applicants, and they also announce their new positions through multiple mediums. Lastly, the selection process was as following. First, you have a first interview with HR, where they basically go over your resume. They ask you pretty straightforward questions, such as what is your major, if you have had an experience in similar jobs in other companies, what are your skills, and so on. And if this first interview is successful, you will have a second interview with your future manager. This interview gets a little bit more technical, since now you go over the projects that you have done in the past and the future projects and duties that you would be performing in Honeywell if you're hired. So basically that was it for paper 2. Paper 3, which focuses on training and development, basically some of the most notable training and developing methods at Honeywell Aerospace Mexico are the following: the orientation program, some engineering certifications, user awareness program, and they also offer sales programs for professionals. Basically, all of these programs are offered either in a face-to-face modality, virtually, or mixed. And all of these programs, except for the orientation one, are not mandatory. However, Honeywell is a company that is always encouraging and their employees to enroll in these courses so that the company can grow at the same pace of its employees. Having that said, Honeywell incentives its employees to enroll in these programs, sometimes by paying the tuitions, by paying them those hours of training as if they were working as usual. They also offer to reward them after completing those training courses with a certificate so that they can be proud of themselves as a workforce. And going back to the orientation program, some of its components are the conduct guidelines, workplace safety, facility tour. They also have some courses of introduction to technology and software, and a mentoring program introduction. On paper 4, which is assessing and improving performance in Honeywell Aerospace, basically Honeywell ensures to have a high performance system by setting up and sharing with the workforce the values and philosophy of the company, as well as the work and conduct guidelines that the workforce must follow. Honeywell also shares the goals of the company to all employees, and subsequently, a manager will let know every single employee why their individual work matters and how it helps to the company to reach those goals. So that's why Honeywell also considers that evaluating their employees and processes can help to bring up any red flags within the organization, as well as helping managers and leadership to make decisions. So that's why performance management is practiced within the company. This process in Honeywell begins with identifying what the company is trying to accomplish. So in a few words, its goals or objectives, followed by support from HR. Basically, HR provides employees with training, tools, and other resources that a manager is asking for, so that its employees can correct the that the employees can correct the things or the duties that a manager is asking for. So this can only be done with effective feedback from both parties and from the service done. And lastly, on paper 5, we go over the pay structures and monetary incentives in Honeywell Aerospace, Mexico. Basically, the main factors that Honeywell takes into consideration when determining salary are the current performance in your position, the position level in which an employee currently is, the years of experience and education level, and the supply and demand of your position. As it says on the bullet point 2, every single job in Honeywell Aerospace, whether it is an engineer position, a welder, or an accountant, has 4 levels that you can reach. The first level is entry level, and you can proceed to reach the second, third, and fourth level of that position by preparing yourself and enrolling in all the courses and seminaries that Honeywell offers. Lastly, some of the most standard bonuses offered by Honeywell Aerospace Mexico are the holiday bonus, the retention bonus, a signing bonus, a referral bonus, and a performance bonus. So that wraps it up for paper 5 and for this presentation. I know that I went a little bit too quick on the content of each paper, but the presentation is meant to be quick. However, if you have any questions or doubts, you can let me know in the discussion forum and I will answer them. So that's it, and thank you.